Hey, and welcome to RCKicks. Sorry, I've still got a cold, so I'm sounding a bit strange, but we'll just gloss over that for now as we're checking out something from Tamiya all the way back in 1996. And that's this, the Williams-Renault FW18. Now, a massive thank you to Edwin for sending this over. Now, even though this was made all that time ago, hasn't been reread, the kit is actually in beautiful condition. It's an unfinished project, so that's exactly what we're going to do. But in this episode, we're going to unbox it, take a look at it, cover all the aspects of the chassis that it comes on, which is the F103RS, and there's 9 variants to cover, as well as lots of different versions of this. So, hit it, Charlie! So the first thing we can comment on is the beautiful artwork from Tamiya. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. It screams vintage, and it is a beautiful looking box. So this is kit 58179 on the chassis F103RS. Released the 3rd of October 1996 and ran to 2002. Now, there's so many versions of the F103 chassis, but we'll go into them in a little bit. But first, we're just going to unbox it, take a look at this example. So the first thing we can see is it's all original. The body has only just been roughly cut out. It seems to come with absolutely everything. We've got the original decals, the manual. Then we seem to have an extra spoiler, so I'm not too sure about that. I don't know whether this kit came with a few different versions of it. I will have to check it out. And the car itself has never been driven. It does have a servo in it for the steering, but there's no other electronics in it. The body is original, but as you can see, it's only been basically cut out. It still needs to be finished off. So super impressed. It even comes with a Williams card, which is just a, I don't know what it's for. I thought it was a postcard or something, but it's not. Now, this chassis is the F103RS, and there's a lot of versions, but this chassis was actually in 2 forms. Now, if you know the Tyrrell, which has the 4 front wheels, this is the chassis that was modified to do that. Now, this chassis did come out on other kits. It was on the Ferrari F310B, Toyota GT1 TS020, Porsche 911 GT1 98 Le Mans winner, the McLaren Mercedes MP413, the Ferrari 312 T3, and the last time we saw this chassis was on the Toyota GT1, which was reread on the 3rd of December 2011. Now, the naming of the F103 is its F1 is obviously its designation. It's the 3rd version from Tamiya, and then the letters that come after that dictate what's different about that chassis. So the first one was the F103, obviously. Then there was an F103L, which was a long wheelbase version, which is 280 millimeters, where the standard one is 260 millimeters. Then there was the M103RX, which had extra hop-ups included in it. Then we had the F103RS. That's this kit. FRP chassis. Then there's the F103LM, which is an FRP half double deck with wide lower deck, so different chassis to this one. Then there was the F103LM TRF, which is all singing and all dancing by the sounds of it. 19 extra hop-up parts, carbon double deck instead of the FRP, titanium shaft, to obviously save a bit of weight, and they're surprising how much they do make a difference. I've changed my ones to carbon on my Phantoms, and there's a lot of weight saving in there. Then there was the F1036, which is the Tyrrell, which I talked about, which had the four front wheels. I must get one of those on the show. Really do like them, and very different. Then there was the F103 GT, which is the touring car version. Believe it or not, there was a 257mm, and that is on the Toyota Gazoo FS053, which I just happen to have here. Then last was the F103RM. All info on this car chassis can be found on Tamiya Base, which is a fantastic Tamiya resource, so go check it out. No sponsorship or anything like that. I use them a lot as they have brilliant information about all things Tamiya. So there you go, another Formula 1 car is going to be coming to RCKicks. It's going to be a little while. I've still got to get through some other projects before we come back to finish this up, but I will order the paints to get it all ready. Now I've got to change over some of the bushes to bearings. We'll do that in the show as well. And then we're going to paint up the body, and maybe I'll fit some electronics in it. If you don't want to wait for that, you can check out the build of the McLaren Honda that's got the Senna helmet on it. I did that a while ago. I'll put a link at the end of the video. You can go check out that paint and build and everything like that, as it came out beautifully. So thanks very much. Please like and subscribe, and as soon as I'm feeling a bit better, we'll be diving into some more projects.